Magandang araw sa ating lahat po. The question is, ano kaya mangyari mamayang alas 5 dyan po sa Senado? Schedule na schedule po. Schedule na schedule ang Senate session na mamayang alas 5. And ang dami po, mga istorya left and right since last week hanggang ngayon po na may fireworks daw sa Senado mamaya alas 5. Let's see what will happen. And of course, ang mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia, excited and they want to know ano ang resulta sa session ng Senado mamayang alas 5. Ito po si Nico Fabian, nandito naman po sa programa natin Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico, and I'm putting out itong sabihin natin Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico episode dahil po naghintay tayo yon na sabihin natin ang exciting and ano pa everybody is excited and nervous. Some of them are nervous to watch ang sabihin natin ang session mamayang alas 5 dyan po sa Senado, dyan po sa Pilipinas. So, sabihin natin na blessed Monday sa ating lahat, mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia, mga Malaysian friends natin, as well as ang mga overseas Filipino workers, kung nasaan man kayo ngayon, sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo, mga Filipino migrants din sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo, and of course, ang mga kaibigan, kababayan at kapatid natin at dyan mismo sa Pilipinas. I suppose karamihan sa atin po really excited po to monitor, to see what will happen mamayang alas 5 dyan po sa Senado. I don't know hanggang anong oras yun matapos ang session mamaya dahil fireworks na po, fireworks daw mamaya. So, since last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday po, na we heard a lot of things dyan po sa social media. We heard a lot of things coming from the mainstream media po dyan po sa Pilipinas about ang speculations nila, ang forecast nila na itong Monday, pag-resume ang Senado. Pag-resume ang Senado, ang session sa Senado. And nakita natin po, left and right na ang sabihin natin press releases or press conference carried out both by the majority bloc members as well as ang minority bloc members. Both spearheaded by sa majority bloc is Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano, and of course, ang minority bloc po, yon they call themselves as SB11, spearheaded by former Senate President Vicente Soto. Ang dami mga rumors, ang dami mga haka-haka, ang dami mga chismis since last week, and dumating na ang araw po. We will see. Mamaya, it's just a matter of few more hours, kasi mag-start ang Senado at exactly 5 p.m. mamaya po. So this Monday, Tuesday, let's see po, what will happen. Siguro, will there be another change of leadership? Will there be a walkout again coming from the minority? Or is it possible coming from the majority bloc? We don't know po, We don't know po because we heard a lot of things. Marami po, left and right talaga ang story. But anyway, while waiting 5 p.m. po, I decided to come up with this episode natin po just to give you a background, some background what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas. As what I said, ang dami na po mga haka-haka po. And for your information po, as expected, several Filipinos dito sa Sabah, in Sabah itself, the Filipinos in Sabah, where the other day, were communicating with me and they were telling me that there is a big possibility that Senator Jinggoy Estrada will be issued with another arrest warrant, non-bailable arrest warrant po on Monday or today po, or today. Totoo po na nangyari yon po. So, let's talk about this thing during sa programa natin po. What will happen? Execute agad-agad before the 5 p.m. Senate session po. Arestado na si si Senator Jinggoy Estrada, or they will wait until tomorrow? Because today's session is very important po, no? Yon amendments ng rules ng Senado regarding online voting is one. And of course, we heard a lot of things coming from the minority saying that there is a big possibility, they are a little bit confident or optimistic that three among the majority bloc members will be jumping to the minority and to form a new leadership na naman po or new majority bloc dyan po sa Senado. And narinig natin ito sa mga interviews made by the media outlets o talk show po dyan po sa Pilipinas, live interviews and talk shows in the Philippines about Senator Erwin Tulfo saying that based on the body language of some senators last week po, there is a possibility that at least three majority bloc members will be moving to the minority to form a new majority in the Senate. On the contrary, Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano repeatedly assured that none of the 13 senators, majority bloc members, will be jumping to the minority. And we will see po mamaya alas 5 po. And if that will happen po, medyo grabe na po ang situation sa Pilipinas po, especially dyan po sa Senado. Anyway, before I will give you some video clips about Rodante Marcoleta, which many, including dito po sa Malaysia, particularly in Sabah, they said that Senator Rodante Marcoleta is a fearless senator po. Ngayon po, is a fearless senator ngayon po. Especially itong announcement made by Senate President si Alan Peter Cayetano, wherein he already formed itong Blue Ribbon Subcommittee chaired by Senator Rodante Marcoleta. On the contrary, former Senator Tito Sen or Tito Soto or Vicente Soto question the legality of the creation or formation of the Blue Ribbon Committee or subcommittee po, no? Last week. They said he claimed that it can only be legalized or formed when or in the plenary session po ng Senado. Outside the plenary session is not legal. It is illegal. So, these are some of the issues that they will be discussing, I think. They will be discussing mamaya po during the Senate session. But anyway, before going to that topic, let me read you a story about ito na po. Ito na po ang arrest warrant. Non-bailable ito. No? Arrest warrant, non-bailable, issued by the Sandigan Bayan today. No, kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Jinggoy Estrada. Sabi nila po, grabe talaga ang gobyerno ngayon. They really want to reduce the number of the minority or majority bloc dyan po sa Senado for reasons, many reasons po. And I suppose you already heard about some of the reasons po ng minority bloc. Anyway, let me read you itong news article po. Jinggoy Estrada faces second arrest warrant for non-bailable plunder. Non-bailable plunder. Nandito po. I will read you this news article published ngayon po online dyan po sa Manila media outlets po, newspaper, radios, and other media outlets po. Lumabas na ito po ngayon. Senator Jinggoy Estrada is facing another warrant of arrest from the Sandigan Bayan, this time for a non-bailable plunder case. Anong ibig sabihin po non-bailable? The moment mayroon na kaso, plunder case against somebody or against Senator Jingo Estrada, it means he will be arrested and he will be put behind bars immediately and allow the process of the case hearing po. Habang na ano itong case hearing po sa korte, he will remain inside the jail. The Sandigan Bayan 5th Division issued the warrant of arrest against Estrada for plunder. Today po, days after he posted bail for graft. The other day, he posted bail amounting to 90,000 pesos po, but that is bailable. And the amount is 90,000 pesos. Earlier in the day, Estrada said his camp asked the court to consolidate the cases pending before the 2nd and the 5th Division, defer the issuance of warrant of arrest, quash the information, and remand the cases for reinvestigation and or completion of the preliminary investigation. Aside from Estrada, also facing arrest are ex-Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary Manuel Banoan, other former DPWH NCR officials over their alleged involvement in the flood control controversy. The cases stem from alleged budget insertions and kickbacks schemes involving 573 million pesos flood control projects. Estrada was a co-accused in the wetland plunder case involving his father, former President Joseph Estrada, but was acquitted in 2007. He was also acquitted in 2024 by the Anti-Graft Court of plunder charges over the alleged misuse of 183 million pesos in Priority Development Assistance Fund or PDAF allocations. The Anti-Graft Court reversed his direct and indirect bribery conviction in the same year. He is still facing a separate graft case related to the PDAF. Yon po ang report. Mayroon tayo po, the latest updates mayroon tayo tungkol kay Senator Estrada. Senator Estrada po. And earlier, mayroon din lumabas po ang sabihin natin balita tungkol kay Estrada po. And ito po, no? Ito po. Si Senator Jingo Estrada asked the Sandigan Bayan to quash the plunder charge filed against him by the Office of the Ombudsman or suspend proceedings while his legal remedies remain pending. In a message to reporters today, June 1, Estrada's lawyer said the senator filed an omnibus motion and before the Anti-Graft Court in application of a possible issuance of an arrest warrant in the plunder case filed against me. I respectfully urge the court to first give due consideration to the motion I have already filed and to uphold the principles of due process, Estrada said in a statement. Estrada also sought the suspension of proceedings until the investigation of the case is completed. But ang latest updates natin po, issue na po ang 5th Division ng Sandigan Bayan, ang korte po, ng arrest warrant kay Senator Jingo Estrada. And I don't know at this time whether he was arrested already. Kung na-arrest na sa kanya po, ibig sabihin he won't be able to attend ang session mamaya. So in other words, kung he will not attend the session mamaya, in other words po, the number of the minority and majority block dyan po sa Senado will be 11 to 11. No? Because ngayon po, it's 13 to 11. Wala si Senator Bato de la Rosa in hiding and kung na-aresto o na-aresto na si Jingo Estrada, ibig sabihin 11 to 11 lang yan po. No? So, of course, there won't be any change of leadership dahil the Senate rule says that change of leadership can only be carried out, can only change ang Senate President kung mayroon 13 votes or 13 senators. So, kung wala po, so, ano na yun po, hindi pwede you remove si Senator or Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano. However, kung may mga votation po, no? Kung may mga passing of the bills or motions po, kung na mag-divide ang House for voting purposes po, dyan po makita natin po, no? Na mahirapan talaga ang majority. So that is the dilemma that sabi natin ang Senato, ang leadership ni Senator or Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano will be facing in the event na arestado si Senator Jinggoy Estrada before 5 o'clock po today po. We will only know that po mamaya. I will continue to monitor po ang sitwasyon. And of course, nakita na natin po mamaya, no? We will see after all these stories we heard, left and right na po, no? Regarding itong sabihin nating impeachment in Sara Duterte, regarding itong sabihin natin change of leadership, regarding itong amendment of the bills or rules ng Senado, and of course, ang resumption ng sabihin natin resumption ng Blue Ribbon Committee, kung matuloy ba ito o hindi. Because schedule na according to Senator or Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano. He already instructed Senator Rodante Marcoleta, who is now the chairman of the subcommittee, no? To issue invitations already po, inform ang mga tao of whom he wanted to invite during the June 4 sa Thursday po, resumption of the Blue Ribbon Committee. So, kung mamaya, no? I don't know what will happen kung they will raise up the issue, ang minority bloc, they will raise up the issue on the legality of this subcommittee po. And kung magdating yun sa votation, we don't know po kung paano na po, no? Paano na po. Matuloy ba ang June 4 resumption of the investigation? Kasi we are looking forward, a lot of people are looking forward na tawag na po ang 11 Marine soldiers o mga soldiers po, no, claim who in their affidavit confess that they are the ones who delivered ang mga maletang-maleta, luggages full of cash to the politicians po, no? And you know who are these politicians already. Both congressmen and senators and government officials, including to the house of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Yan po. So, we don't know kung matuloy ba itong sa June 4 or hindi. Sana po matuloy na yon po para malaman na natin. Because ito talaga mga Filipinos, this is what we want to know. Resumption of the Blue Ribbon Committee investigation po. Para we will know already kung sino-sino talaga ang who participated in this grabe po. Grabe sabihin natin theft. That involves 1 trillion of pesos coming from the taxpayers' money. Diyan na po lumabas ang flood control project scam. Ghost projects, substandard projects, and involves top government officials, politicians, senators, and congressmen. And including mga cabinet secretaries, undersecretaries, and of course, ang contractors po involved dyan po sa flood control projects. So this is the thing na we will see what will happen mamaya po, no? Malapit na alas 3, no? Normally ang session will start at 3 o'clock, but this time around, I don't know. In fact, I was thinking last night na when they announced that it will be at 5 o'clock, so sabi ko, there is a big possibility na maglabas na po ang arrest warrant ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada before 5 o'clock. So, one of the strategies po. And nagiging totoo po, lumabas na po. So, whether he was already arrested or he will be arrested before 5 o'clock or not is a thing that we will be looking forward mamayang alas 5 when they will start ang Senate session dyan po sa Senado. As early as this morning, I was made to understand na ang dami ng mga pulis po sa labas ng Senado because there are a lot of, sabihin natin, supporters of the Dutertes, supporters of the majority bloc who are, will be doing a peaceful rally doon po sa Senado. The premises of the Senate outside the gate. And by this time, I suppose, kanina I was looking sa mga posting sa social media, ang dami na po. Both policemen and of course, ang participants ng peaceful rally dyan po sa harap ng Senate building po. Alright? Anyway, mayroon tayo, I prepared some video clips dito po regarding kay Rodante or Senator Rodante Marcoleta. And let's watch and listen. Because karamihan ng mga tao ngayon po, not only here in Sabah or in Malaysia po, they describe Senator Rodante Marcoleta as a senator, fearless senator po ngayon dyan po sa Senado. Let's watch and listen this statement made by Senator Rodante Marcoleta earlier po.
The senator bound by oath.
Hold on po. Okay, let's watch and listen to this po.
The senator bound by oath and determined to perform my duty without fear, without favor, and without surrender. The complaint arrived while the Senate is confronted with uncomfortable truths, namely, the pending continuation of the investigation of the anomalous flood control projects, the approaching constitutional burden of an impeachment trial, and the growing pressure upon this institution to surrender its independence through political maneuvering disguised as constitutional reform. Let us not pretend that this complaint came in a vacuum. The pattern is too visible to ignore. First, remove the inconvenient voices from the inquiry, then weaken those who refuse to conform, then frighten others into silence and submission before the decisive constitutional battles begin. Mr. President, this is not merely about a complaint. The trumped-up charges filed against me and some of my friends are not merely legal accusations. They form part of a deeper and more nefarious design to intimidate independent voices, to punish dissent, and to warn every senator that the price of asking hard questions could lead to personal damnation. If the intention of these cases is to silence me, let me say this at the very beginning. It has failed. I will not be silenced. I did not seek public office to become comfortable, Madam President. I did not take my oath merely to occupy a seat in this chamber while billions disappear into darkness, while constitutional processes are manipulated by pressure, or while the Senate is slowly conditioned to fear retaliation for independent judgment. I did not take my oath to serve only when service is convenient. I did not come to this chamber to lend my voice when power applauds and withdraw it when power becomes displeased. The senator is not elected to be timid. The senator is not sworn into office to become a spectator while the Constitution is tested, while impeachment proceedings demand judgment, and while the people cry out for truth about the wide-scale theft of public funds. Instead, a senator is elected to stand, to examine, to question, to decide, and when necessary, to resist. This is what I intend to do. So let the complaint be examined. Let the evidence be tested. Let the law speak. I will answer in the proper forum with document, with facts, and with the calm confidence of one who knows that accusation is not proof. That attacks couched in legal veil do not constitute the truth. And before the Filipino people, I must say what is plain. A complaint without nexus is not justice. A complaint without evidence is public injury, official favor, corrupt consideration, or abuse of office is not accountability. It is machinery. It is pressure. It is a warning shot fired to those who refuse to kneel. And if that warning was meant for me, Mr. President, then the answer is very clear. It failed.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. And just recently po, nagiging international figure naman si Senator Rodante Marcoleta because he was interviewed by the Moscow media. No? Moscow media po regarding ang sitwasyon sa atin dyan po sa Pilipinas. Let us, I will share with you this portion of the interview made by the Moscow Russian media kay Rodante Marcoleta just recently. Let's watch and listen to this. Hold on.
For them to rest.
Hold on, ha?
For them
Okay, nandito po. Let's watch and listen to this interview.
to rest. Good afternoon, Moscow. Good afternoon, Iran. Hello to you, sir. Thank you so much. Recent political turmoil in the Philippines, as you well know, has ranged from protests over the ICC case against Mr. Duterte to a reshuffling of the Senate. How would you describe the political climate in your nation right now? It's not stable, in a manner of speaking. I'm particularly referring to the Philippine Senate. When, as you have observed lately, the leadership of the Senate is always under siege. The minority is now taking all what they can in order for them to wrest the leadership once again on their side. So this is how I can describe the Senate and its activities today. You yourself, sir, are now required to seek permission before traveling abroad. Is that correct? And is it anything to do with your links with Mr. Duterte or other domestic issues? That is the perception, number one. Number two, because of my advocacy, that the latest flood control scandal, that is the largest, I would say, corrupt case in our country, in our country's history. This is the largest scandal and theft of public treasury, and that is why I am very serious in getting to the bottom of all this. And I think this is the only case that all the culprits are really afraid of. That is why they want me to be removed from this responsibility, because it is as if that I am the only one now crying for justice for our people, because this is their money and it is not a simple theft. It is the looting of our national treasury. Thank you so much for giving us an insight into this case from your perspective, Philippine Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Thank you very much for your time and your thoughts, sir. Thank you, Yuna. Thank you very much.
Okay, yan po, narinig natin ang interview made by the Moscow media kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta. And I keep on saying that itong flood control project is scam or scandal is the worst scandal in the history of the Philippines. And it is for this reason that a lot of Filipinos would like to know or would like to see the resumption of this Blue Ribbon Committee probe or investigation po. But unfortunately, it all depends on what will happen na mamaya dyan po sa Senado, which they are going to start ang Senate session at 5 p.m. today po. No? Today. Whether matuloy ba itong investigation or hindi po. Because, Senator, again, I would like to say, kung naaresto si Senator Jinggoy Estrada, non-bailable ito pong arrest warrant na issued to him by the Sandigan Bayan today, no? Earlier today. So it means it will be, the number will be 11 against 11 sa minority and majority block, no? And of course, even though it's 11 to 11, it doesn't mean that there will be a change of a leadership unless, as what Senator Erwin Tulfo is saying or claiming, that there is a big possibility that not only one but three of the members of the minority will be jumping or will be joining the minority bloc under the leadership of former Senate President Tito Sen, Vicente Soto. And if that will happen, it means there will be a change of leadership. And based on the news that we heard, that if there will be a change of leadership, the new Senate President, which the minority bloc agreed, will be Senator Win Gatchalian. But ano po lang ito po, all speculations, and we will see po what will happen mamayang during the session, Senate session po, which will be, they are going to start at 5 p.m. po. And of course, itong Nick Talk, the Real Talk with Nico, I will continue to monitor po. And should there be any, sabihin natin updates po, I'll make sure that kayo, mga members ko po, no, dito sa Nick Talk, the Real Talk with Nico, I'll make sure that you will be properly informed. And let me share you another video clip of Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Brief lang ito po.
Bakit napaka-importante po, mga
Hold on. Ito po. Why is it very important itong resumption of the Blue Ribbon Committee sa gobyerno po ngayon?
Bakit napaka-importante po, mga kababayan? Bakit napaka-importante po na kaagad nilang makuha ang mayorya? Takot na takot sila sa flood control. Ito lamang ang kasiguruhan. Mga kababayan, sinasabi ko po ito lang ang kasiguruhan para sa kanila, para tuluyan na pong maibaon sa limot ng flood control investigation.
Alright. Yun po ang statement made by Rodante Marcoleta recently po. Sa palagay ninyo po, do you agree? Do you agree po? Do you agree na that is the reason why magulo ngayon ang Senado po, no? Dahil sa flood control project and not much on the impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte. Shoutout muna tayo kay Dato Ismael who is also watching itong sabihin natin programa natin on a Monday. On a Monday po. And I suppose bumalik na po si Brad Ismael, si Dato Ismael po sa Malaysia because the other day nakita ko sa kanya po nasa Japan siya po, nag-holiday. So back to normal na si Dato Ismael. And I hope you enjoyed your holiday. So ito na po, no? This is the thing that I'm saying, and let's see. Tingnan natin po mamaya. As what I said, I'm just waiting for the time, and I will monitor talaga po ang hearing po mamaya dyan po sa Senado. So siguro hanggang dito na lang muna po ang natin, programa natin for this siguro, can I say it, part 1? Baka mayroon pa tayo part 2 mamaya po, no? kung sakali may malaking notisya maglabas po during the hearing. Mayroon ba leadership change? What will happen po? Tuloy ba po ang June 4 appointment natin sa Blue Ribbon Committee? No? May walkout na naman ba po dyan sa Senado mamaya? Kasi ito mga haka-haka, mga these are all possibilities. These are all possibilities. But there is only one thing ang mga Filipinos dito sa Sabah, dito sa Malaysia. What we are just praying and hoping po na tapusin na natin po ang problema natin sa political stability in the Philippines po, because it's not doing anything good to the Filipinos, to our country po, no? You are just confusing itong mga issues if left unaddressed, no? There is no solution po. It is only damaging the lives of every Filipino po, the image of the beloved of our beloved country po, both domestic and international po. So ano ba talaga? Sana lang po mag-realize na po ang mga our leaders in the Philippines po. They will come to their senses and address the problem. So with this, si Nico Fabian once again would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. I'll see you in my next episode. You take care. Bye, and I love you.